Welcome to the Pillars of Health workshop. I hope you have really gotten a lot out of it. As I've said in the other videos you've been watching, health is a combination of four things: your exercise and movement, food and nutrition, sleep and relaxation, and your happiness. And you've got to balance those four things in order to truly be healthy. And at the end of the day, health is 100% your responsibility. Not your doctor's, not the grocery store, not the organic food market you go to. It's all about you empowering yourself and knowing what you're doing to your body, how you're feeding your body, and everything else that goes along with it. So just to give you a couple of pointers to kind of add to what you've done here, in the exercise portion, I mentioned to you guys that it's about activity, and that's really what it is. It's activity. It's increasing your heart rate and breaking out to a sweat. So if that means going up and down the stairs a couple of times or throwing in a set of push-ups here and there, if you've been doing nothing and you add in just a few little things, that's a big deal. So I encourage that to my clients all the time. I don't want people to get so fixated that if they don't make it to the gym, they just can't do it, because that's not fair either. The bottom line is the body needs to move. And if that means dancing to your favorite tunes for 15 minutes, or maybe putting on your favorite tunes while you're vacuuming the house, that counts. So we got to just move the body. Now, when it comes to our foods, remember, food is fuel. It's not comfort. It's not socialization. So the types of foods you put into your body are actually going to empower your health. They're going to keep you strong. They're going to keep you energized. And so I want you to think about that. Ideally, you start with foods that are in their natural state. Lots of vegetables. Fruit, a little bit more as a dessert portion. Then good quality proteins, okay? And good quality fats. Everything when it comes to food is about the quality that you are putting into your body. The quality, okay? Because remember, it's fuel. So how do you want your body to be treated? Like a Pinto? I'm probably dating myself now because a Pinto is actually an old car. But is it a Pinto or is it a Maserati? So you've got to put in the right fuel for the way you'd like your body to respond. And I want you to truly think about that, okay? Sleep and relaxation. Your room should be pitch dark. Your room should be a little bit colder than normal. And when you wake up, you should wake up like, yeah, it's time to get up. Not like you need a forklift to get you out of bed. And here's just a little thing that I haven't mentioned. Okay, so we have these things called sleep cycles. They run between 75 and 90 minutes. And so for those of you who have like those Fitbit watches or things like that, you can actually see the sleep cycles. So ideally, we have a lot of these sleep cycles throughout the night. Now, if we wake up and we hit the snooze button, we actually disrupt the sleep cycle. And if we do it again, we disrupt that sleep cycle again. So now what ends up happening is that in order for our body to actually mentally recover and recuperate from us going from thinking we're going into a sleep cycle to not, to trying to go back to a sleep cycle and not, do you know it actually takes 4 hours for your body to like mentally recover from that? In a weird way, it's kind of like a trauma. So if you're one of those people who hit the snooze button all the time, please, just for a week, 1 week, try not to do it. The minute your alarm goes off, get out of bed. Just get out of bed. Make it happen. That is actually going to start giving you a deeper night sleep. I promise. Okay? So that's super important. And then the last category on there is happiness. So you got to be happy and you got to laugh. Remember when we laughed? Do you remember the last time that you laughed so hard you started to cry? That kind of thing brings up your endorphins. It's like a happy pill and it just makes you feel good. And so we need to incorporate that throughout our day. And if we have family members that are kind of like those black cloud people that you really don't like to deal with anyways, then maybe watch something really funny before you go over there so that they don't pull you down that far because you're kind of stuck with them. But on the other note, if you can kind of like stay away from people like that, even better, right? Because we want to live an inspired life, feeling happy and wonderful through all the trials and tribulations that happen. And so we want to encourage others to do the exact same thing. So that is a really integral part of your health and well-being. And immediately what happens too is that I want you to remember this, is those four things, they interact with each other. So for example, if you don't sleep real well, you're probably not going to lose weight very well, because one of our processes in losing weight has to do with recovery and sleep. So if you're not sleeping good, you're probably not losing weight well. Now, on the same note, if you're cranky, you're probably not eating very well either. So you got to fix that, because that's not going to work, right? Because if you're cranky and you're not eating well, you're not going to lose weight. And if that's your goal, well, hey. At the same time, we want to be happy and healthy. Now remember our sugars: sugar, flour, dairy, and alcohol. They all break down and metabolize as a sugar. And guess what? Cancer thrives on sugar. It's like Pac-Man wanting to eat. It eats that, okay? So we want to kind of minimize our sugars throughout the day. On the same breath, if we minimize our sugars, guess what? We're going to lose weight. So these things work together, and they're really, really important to always keep working together. Activity plays a huge part in all of this. But guess what? If you're trying to burn fat, but you're dehydrated because you're not drinking enough water, you're not going to burn fat. You're actually going to tear down muscle tissue. So you want to make sure you're fully hydrated. And I don't mean fully hydrated as in the sense that you're like on the treadmill and you're drinking water at that moment. No, I mean hydrated throughout the day. You want to be fully hydrated because you actually need water in your system to push the fat cells around so they start breaking down and metabolizing. So you need water to do that. And what happens is if you get on the treadmill and you're dehydrated, your body still needs water to perform the actions that are going on within your body. So the only place that water is stored is in your muscle tissue. So then your body says, let's just break down this muscle tissue and we'll utilize that. Okay, so again, things work together. I want you to watch that. Pay close attention. I'm so glad you took this course. I'm glad. Please leave a review on it. I would love to provide you with more courses. And if I can get you some more information, feel free to reach out to me at info@aditalang.com. Peace out.